But so actually, the Nimbus is a three-wheel personal transport, and the company here is called Nimbus, and it looks like, if you are familiar, if you've been following Toyota, it's what they were calling the I-Road, individual small city transport. So I have the website here with more pictures. They are calling it, if you want to compare it to a enclosed motorcycle. So if you want the small form factor, the individual transport, but not the exposure to the elements that you would get in a motorcycle, then something like the Nimbus is for you. And you can see them, stacked up. They're just as wide. They're under 3 feet wide. So about as wide as a regular motorcycle, the same length of about a motorcycle. And they're coming with 3 airbags, a front airbag, 2 side airbags. And as you can see up here in this picture, the driver sits in front, the passenger sits in the back. And they are talking about 119 miles of range that you could charge at 45 minutes, level 3 fast charger. And, I like it. I think it's cute. I certainly would not drive it on the highways around Chicago, but I live in a far north suburb. And if I'm going to the library, if I'm running to the store, if I'm hauling 4x8 sheets of plywood, I would certainly, throw one of these, But hey, I mean, if I'm heading to the local microbrew to pick up another 6-pack, I think this would be loads of fun to drive around.
Unless someone in the F-250 plows into you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. You're a little squishy.
With airbags,
Find me a motorcycle rider who has never thought about an F-150 plowing into them. So that's where the bar is. When you're looking at the Nimbus, you can look at it and say, that's the tiniest little car ever. Well, but tell that to a motorcycle rider.
We're not going to continue this discussion until you subscribe. Okay, just kidding. But really, you should subscribe to get more great stuff from us. Please.
So, I've got 2 questions. The gyroscopic control that we've seen on that one 2-wheel motorcycle, whatever happened to that? I mean, we never see anybody use that for their enclosed motorcycles. And then the second one I had was, why does it take 45 minutes on a fast charger? That sounds like either they meant level 2 or that they've got a hell of a taper to get 119 miles and can't handle a DC fast charge faster than 45 minutes.
Yeah, I think you're right. They must have meant level 2.
Yeah, I think somebody screwed
when
that
they said fast, they just meant faster than level 1.
Right? I mean, because 45 is great on level 2, but if I were paying by the minute at EVgo or Electrify America, I would be a little upset at that.
Yeah,
and just
I'm
to
looking at the specs.
And just to criticize their marketing for a second, anybody buying this vehicle and whose main concern is DC fast charging probably shouldn't be buying this vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like Tony said, it would be great to go, point to point and keep out of the elements and not take up too much road space.
115 miles. Yeah. I mean, I have a 20-minute.
Ride it to Home Depot to rent the truck to take home your closet.
Put it on the truck.
Yeah.
Yes. Your other stuff.
And take it home.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Then you got to get back for the truck.
Get back from Home Depot.
Right.
Yeah, this tilting thing reminds me, there's a company here in Oregon called Tilting Motorworks, and they make kits that you can put on a Harley, a Honda, or an Indian, and it converts it to a tilting motorcycle.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Piaggio MP3 with a body.
Yeah, it kind of, pretty much is.
But unlike another 3-wheeled vehicle company, which will go nameless, Portland, they're making this and it's $7,000.
It's not a bad price.
That's cool.
Not bad at all.
If you take it to a place where you pay for parking, I mean, if they have the smaller slots, like the motorcycle slots, then you can pay a quarter of the price.
Right.
I just think that although it's cute and everything else, I love it. But people are going to buy it for young for young first-time drivers, especially just to get around. And while I think that the safety features are good, you know what people are going to do with a little motorcycle that can zip in and out, and they get to feel like they're, on a motorcycle track with all the tilting. So
I
gonna
think
be
there might be
interesting.
some of
Your
those.
youngling can't
Yeah.
leave the town because it only has 111 miles range.
Never test the reasoning capacity of a youngling or an old
True.
No,
man.
I think you're right. And I think, you could do that with anything. I mean, I think, some of us did stupid things with full-sized vehicles that, and some people are going to do stupid things in this, but perhaps if this is what the youngling has as their first vehicle, maybe they'll be more aware. Their head will be on a swivel more because they realize they're pretty fully exposed. Maybe
Yeah,
some of them will be more cautious because of the fact that they're not. I mean, hell, I had like a 2-ton Ford Fusion. What is that? I had a Ford Fusion and a Ford LTD station wagon as my first vehicles. I could have driven through a concrete wall in those things and come out unscathed.
Yeah, there was a vehicle that they were advertising in Europe. It's a 4-wheel vehicle, but it's an EV, so it only went 120 miles. And it was like thin plastic sides. They're like, your youngin will know how to drive safe after this.
Yes. Yeah.